Welcome back to another adventure in Trude's kitchen, where today we're going to be making chili. Unlike last time, I never made those tacos before, but this time around, I've made this chili a dozen times, and it's always awesome, a little unconventional in the way that I make chili, but you will soon find out why. Such as the fact that I have bought a bunch of tomato products, such as sloppy Joe sauce, chili in a can, no beans, diced tomatoes with green chilies, tomato paste, tomato garlic, basil sauce, marinara, I should say, and then a nice big hefty can of crushed tomatoes. So that's going to be our base, because I'm lazy and I don't want to take the time to like stew tomatoes or whatever it is people actually do for chili. I don't know how real chili is made. That's not really my style. But I got myself a crock pot over here, all ready to go. And it has been heating up, so that way this base can get a nice little bubble going while we get all of our other ingredients prepared. Bam. It's important to have one that looks like you bought it in like the 90s from an old lady's flea market. That's key. That is key. So we're going to add our crushed tomatoes. Just red goop. You're going to be seeing a lot of red goop here for a while, because really that's all chili is. It's a big bowl of red. I will have some other things in later to add some specks of color in the hopes that it gets it a more aesthetic feeling. Isn't that pop of the bottle so good? Hear that, folks? That is the oven being preheated because we're going to be cooking some bacon to put inside of this chili, because this is going to be a very meat-forward, veggie-forward chili. So something about me is I do not like beans, and I don't think they're a necessary component. So maybe you don't consider my chili to be chili. Maybe it's a tomato-based gumbo. I don't know, and I really don't care. I think it tastes good, and maybe you will too if you get bored enough to try it someday. But in the meantime, I'm adding my already made chili no beans, because you know what? Someone went to the effort of putting this into a can. I might as well buy it and add it to my chili. I bought this chili before to make chili dogs, and not great. Too liquidy, too runny. It just sogs up the bone before you get 2 bites into the dog. It's not a good time. And now we're going to add in some sloppy Joe sauce. I don't think this is conventional in terms of what people put into their chili. And I did not open the can all the way. Lousy future. Sigh. Hold on here a minute, folks. We got to get down and dirty with this can. Give it. How about now? You want to get in there now? You're the most stubborn son of a gun I've ever seen. There. Cold, sloppy Joe sauce slipped off a fingertip. Is there any better snack? Got our diced tomatoes with green chilies. They need to be drained. They look like they need to be drained. And don't worry, folks. If you aren't worried that I'm not going to recycle all these cans, well, we shouldn't take that any further, because I should be honest, and I don't want to. They're going to go in the garbage. The world's falling apart at the seams. The landfills are already overtopped. It's a rough go, this world we're having. But it's okay. You know why? Because there's delicious chili to be had. You don't need anything else in life other than the thing that keeps you alive. Food. In goes our tomato paste. That was a terrible rant. I do not know what tomato paste does for things such as chili. It's so thick, you don't use a lot of it. It is intended to thick the chili. I don't know, but it's next to all the other chili products on the shelf that I bought. So, who knows? It's got to have some level of importance. I mean, they sell it, don't they? Alright, that is in like Flynn. So we're going to give a good, nasty stir to all of our tomato-based products. And I'm sure you're thinking, it's half full already. You're not going to have room for anything else. Oh, it'll fit. It'll fit. We'll get it all in there. This is piping hot, so this is going to get nice and warm real fast. I definitely made the mistake before of throwing this all in before I turn the crock pot, and it ends in disaster because it doesn't heat up fast enough. So you're just putting hot things into it, and the coolness of the sauce is just going to cool the food down. They do not sell Cholula in my town anymore. Cholula is my go-to hot sauce, and that breaks my heart like 1,000 times. I've tried multiple stores, but so I'd settle for, you know, basic bitch Frank's Red Hot sauce. And we're just going to give a nice layer across the entire crock pot. We're just going to give it a go. I'd say, I don't know, 3 to 4 ounces, perhaps, of hot sauce. Because why not? Boom. And you can always add more later if you need to. Just like, you know, to your liking. Whatever flavor of heat you want, whatever level of heat that you want. And now, folks, I'm going to have to break down some exciting news for you. You're going to get the world exclusive release of Trude's secret ingredient. A lot of people put brown sugar in their chili to give it that bit of sweetness on the back end. But I find that it helps to add some Coca-Cola. I usually do about, I don't know, a cup, I guess. Usually I'll just get a can of Coke and pour in most of it and then like chug down the last little bit. But I got the big fat 2-liter here. So we're going to go with that. And just going to add that in too so it has time to, you know, do whatever it does. Yeah, baby. That is something else. And it's sizzling, it's bubbling. It's definitely doing things that food shouldn't do. Just the way I like it. So give this a quick stir. Get that tomato paste broken down. Get that soda mixed in. There's a sentence you probably thought you'd never hear, huh? So we're going to put a lid on it. Literally speaking. I'm going to set it to the side while we prepare everything else that is required for this chili to occur. For starters, we're going to get that bacon in the oven. I do not put bacon in a frying pan. I cannot remember the last time that I cooked bacon on top of a stove. I do it in the stove. In one of these broiling pans. Oh, mother pus bucket. Grease trap. A lot of fat is going to be dripping off this bacon from that top pan, and it's going to catch it, make easy cleanup. Best thing about doing your bacon in the oven like this is that it just stays, you lose all that fat, so it's healthier, and it stays flat, which makes it great for sandwiches and burgers and whatever else you want to use bacon for. I got some bacon right here that I got from my local butcher shop. I mentioned in the last video, Hoof and Horn. If you're ever here in Potsdam, New York, go there. It's awesome. They have meat. I mean, why wouldn't you want to go there? I think they have not meat foods too, but I don't think I've ever thought to ask. Oh, man. And he gave me a good deal, too. He's like, oh, I'll give you a pound. I'm like, I don't want half a pound. He's like, okay, well, I'll give you a pound and charge you for half a pound. And it's like, it's your shop, bro. You do what you gotta do. I just tip heavily to counteract his niceness. He's going to need that money to buy more plastic wrap because I'm pretty sure he used it all on this one thing of bacon. My goodness. There it is. There's all my beautiful meaty boys. So we are going to, I usually do, I don't know, 6 to 8 pieces of bacon. Which, you know, depend, like, I dice it up anyway. Doesn't matter. Really, the thickness of the bacon is the deciding point on the number of strips. I'm not going to use all of it. How many slices is in here? Can I fit all these? I might cook it all. I don't know. We'll see how she goes. I don't think it's going to all fit on here. So, it's so thick. As the great Millhouse would say. Be prepared for many a Simpsons reference on this channel. I'm just going to go with 6. Spread them out a little bit here. Boom. Nailed it, folks. Wrapping our bacon back up into its plastic cocoon, into its sheath. I'll put that to the side. And this is in an oven that's already preheated. to 400. Give that about 20 minutes, I'd say. In cases like this, it's better bacon be undercooked. No, that's not true. Switch to that, reverse it. Better to be overcooked than undercooked. If it's undercooked, there's going to have these rubbery chunks of meat inside of your chili. But if it's overcooked, that burntness is really going to add kind of a smoking kind of flavor to it. I'm going to wash my hands, get rid of the bacon grease. But I'll keep talking loudly so you know that I'm okay. Mother. Hey, cleanliness accomplished. We're now going to move on to some veg. We're going to do some canned veg and some fresh veg, just because some things are easier out of a can. What can I say? But let's get going on these veg. The bacon ain't going to wait for us. Try to get all this done by the time the bacon is finished. But who knows? We got one small white onion here. You can use red onion, I guess, or yellow onion, or I don't know. Find a polka dotted plaid onion. You can use that, I suppose. All the same. These are a bit sweeter. There's going to be a good amount of flavors mixed up into this chili. Sweetness being one of them, especially with that Coke. So, what's a little more sweetness added to the party? I know there's like right ways and wrong ways to cut onions. And you guys saw me cut onions last time, so there's really no point in you watching this part. But hey, you know what? We're here. We're surviving. What else you gonna do, really? Oh my god, my eyes are already watering. That was so fast. You just didn't hit me that hard. Holy cannolis. We got ourselves a whole onion cut there. I'm gonna get myself a bowl to throw all this crap into, so I can add it to the pan all at once. I haven't even ordered the pan yet. I gotta start playing these things out. Write a script or something. Alright, onions, ahoy. I got ourselves a large green pepper. You can use any kind of pepper that you want, but I'll tell you right now, I like using green for chili, just because, like I said, green is an extra color to this big red bowl of slop that you're making. Now there's going to be other colors in there that we'll get to. I got some carrot, corn, potato we're going to put in, but there's green is not accounted for, other than the green chilies that were in that can of, what you call it, diced tomatoes. But I think those kind of get lost in the shuffle, and they're pretty bogged down because they're in water in that can. I'm not a professional, so give me some slack. As long as it's got no seeds and most of the membrane out of there. I know there's right ways and wrong ways to do things. I probably shouldn't be cutting it like this, especially because I can't see. My eyes are watering so bad from an onion. I don't know what the deal is. I might need to go get the paper towel. Or maybe I'm allergic to green peppers. Get rid of this trash. I am going to grab that paper towel because holy cow. I feel like I just watched a Pixar movie or something. Jeez Louise. What is this, the end of Mother Simpson? Alright, I'm going on this. Now, the great thing about chili, or like tacos, like I made last time, or most of the things you'll probably see me make on this channel, is just adding a bunch of things together. So you can like make substitutions and skip putting stuff in there that you don't want. I mean, really, if you think about it, that's all the cooking is in general. There's no like set in stone. These are going to be in a artisanal rustic cut, is what we'll call this sloppy mess that I'm doing right now. I don't know, I feel like I'm racing, like I'm speeding for some reason, but I don't know why. It's literally a Sunday. I got all day to make this. Who knows? Probably what it is I want to go watch cooking videos on YouTube. Ha! What are the ironies of that? And we got our peppers done into the bowl. Look familiar? I swear we're not making breakfast tacos again. And now we're going to get some mushies in here. I used to hate mushrooms. They used to be the bane of my existence. But I had this friend in high school. He owns a little place called The Hoof and Horn where I buy my meat. Go there. He taught me to like mushrooms. We were doing burgers on the grill one day, and he was into cooking at a young age. And he put portobello caps that he grilled on the barbecue on the burger, and he didn't tell me, and I swear I thought it was like a double burger. And, and he's like, yeah, dude, like mushrooms are just the meat of the plant world, and I've never looked back. I really like portobellos. These are the baby bellas or cremini mushrooms, whatever they're called. I like them the most. White button mushrooms are fine. Don't ever get those little brown ones in the can that like people put in pizza and stuff. Those are disgusting. I don't know how people can eat those. They're so slimy. Ugh. Yuck. And even like raw mushroom, I see no purpose in eating raw mushroom. It's one of those things that like, it's good to have cooked, just like broccoli. Raw broccoli, what's the point? Is that enough? Let's do another mushroom here. Alright. Veg is just about prepped to completion. Yeah, I'll call that done. And then we're going to put this in that bowl, and then we're going to oil up our pan. I'm going to give our tomato mix a stir, see how it is. Oh, yeah, it's steaming up good. It's steaming up good. Steaming, steeping, a little bit of creeping. I don't know. It's good for now. All right, we get ourselves a frying pan. Boom. Remember this from last time? We're going to olive oil up this pan. Boom. I don't know why I'm doing this off the stove. That makes literally no sense to me. Put that on the stove into a medium heat. Veg accomplished. That's done and easy and simple. Now we're going to move on to some of our delicious meats. I'm just going to clean up the workstation here a little bit. Clean as you go, because by the time this is done, you're going to be so hungry from smelling that chili that you're like, I don't want to clean up. I don't got time to clean up. That's ridiculous. And spatula for those veg. Give them a quick toss in that oil while we wait for the pan to heat up, because somebody's too stupid to preheat the pan. I did so well setting up for this. I preheated the crock pot. I preheated the oven for the bacon. Did not think to get a pan ready, though. But hey, what are you gonna do? It'll still turn out awesome in the end. Alright, now we are going to get our other 3 veg in there. I even prepared by pre-opening the cans. I couldn't think to preheat the pan. Man, I gotta get the hang of this someday. So we've got carrots, we got potatoes, we got corn. They're all open, but I didn't drain the water yet. So I'm gonna drain that water out, because otherwise it's gonna be a very odd chili, a water-based chili. I could, get corn from the Amish. We have a lot of Amish up here in upstate New York, and their sweet corn is usually pretty sweet. That was a dumb sentence. It's pretty delicious and great and wonderful, but I was too lazy. And in case you all wonder where Potsdam, New York is, it's way upstate. And I'm sure some people think upstate and they think, oh, you mean like Albany or Utica? It's like, we're not making Skinner burgers here, people. I'm talking, I need a 2 to 3 hour drive to get down to Albany. And that's how far north I am. All these veg are going to go in to our delicious crock pot of tomatoey goodness. Oh, yeah. I can hear those veggies on the stove start to sizzle. Corn in like Flynn. Sliced potatoes in for the win. And we got carrots in like Fred Gwynn, who played Munsters. Has anybody seen that Munsters trailer, by the way, for that new Rob Zombie flick? That looks bananas. That is not at all what I expected. Like, it's Rob Zombie. I thought it was going to be like a dark, gritty reboot, and he's like going overly campy. Like he's, I don't know. It's just very true to the original with the level of goofiness that's portraying, but I don't know, man. This is not what people are hoping for, I think. Who knows? Alright, we got our veg mixed in. Pot is getting so full, guys. I don't know if we're going to have room for everything in here, but you know what? Whoopsie. We're going to move that to the side, pop the lid back on, and then we're going to give our veggies here a test. They are sizzling. That is a terrible sentence, too. Script, Trude. Next time, write a script. Otherwise, you're just going to look like a rambling fool. Or perhaps invest in editing equipment so you can edit out all the stupid nonsense garbage that comes out of your mouth. Those veggies are frying up nice. Alright, I'm going to pop my leftover bacon and mushrooms into the refrigerator, because why are they still out? Clean as you go. Mushroom, bacon. Alright, we still got 2 more meats to go. Technically, we've got 2 meats going. That pre-made chili that we put into the crock pot has beef in it, so that's 1. Bacon is in the oven, so that's 2. Our third is going to be Italian sausage from where? You guessed it, the Hoof and Horn. I mean, I'm not gonna probably ever not mention in a video the Hoof and Horn, because this is where all the meat is coming from. All the other food is from Aldi. I gotta get better about buying other things local, not just my meat. So I'm gonna give these veggies a toss because they're crack-lacking in my ear. Hopefully not drowning out the sound of my just clever and witty commentary on the act of making basic food, of opening cans and chopping onions. Alright, they had links, so I am going to straight up de-linkify these sausages, and then I'm going to add them to our veggie mix that's in the frying pan. And that leftover sausage grease is going to come in handy later on for meat number 4. So it's going to slice this sucker down. De-skin it. That's for a pound, and it came to 1.12 pounds. And I'm hoping that the casings add up to exactly 0.12 pounds. Oh, I'm dirtying this knife up with so much raw meat fingers. I got some washing to do later on. Maybe I'll make that a video. Is that good content? Please watch. Hopefully somebody other than my idiot friends watch this stuff someday. And then you guys can all leave comments on how bad I am. But until then, I get a kick out of doing this. Whether or not the camera is on or off, when I'm alone, I spend most of the time talking to myself anyway, so why not make it seem like I'm not an insane person and do it to a camera? Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands one more time, because cooking is a nightmare. Warm water, soap. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, any of this footage is usable for an actually interesting video. But if it's not, who cares? No one's going to see it anyway. So now we're going to add this sausage in with our veg, which I'm going to toss one more time. And then I'm going to create a little middle ground, a nice little moat of veggies for around the meat that we're about to add. I just touched that knife with raw hands all over the place. And I just washed my hands. Time to be clever. Here. And then take this and just dump it in the frying pan. Look at that. Champ. Ditch the refuse. And I'm going to break up that meat. You want to see? Y'all want to see? Want to see? Hey, look at that. Look at that meat. We're breaking it up. We're breaking it up. Riveting. That's going to be good. This is the hot Italian. I can't wait to see how this turns out. So, that is all just getting hot and cooked and delicious. So now, we shall return to the boring area where we're going to get our next component, kielbasa. That's right, folks. We're not done yet. You gotta get some meat, more meat going in this thing. I make up for lack of beans by having way too much gosh darn meat. I'm gonna give this meat a toss over here. Make sure that it's all getting cooked and browned and what have you. I should probably check on my bacon soon too. Cooking the meat. Oh man, this is smelling awesome. I'm so pumped for this. And it's weird, a weird choice, I gotta say. I picked chili for this video because it's something I knew how to make, and it's easy, and I like it. But it's like summertime. It was like 95 degrees yesterday. Get your Texas hot chili! Man, I think that's the third Simpsons reference I've made. So I'm going to create a tally or a contest in the comments on how many Simpsons references I can make in a single video. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that log of meat. I need another knife because I ruined the other one. Sure, let's use this one. So we're not going to do this whole thing. What we're going to do is we're going to save approximately 1 hot dog length of kielbasa, because really all of this would be too much. But this I can just throw into a pan with some peppers and onions for lunch one day. Throw it in a hot dog bun. Boom. You just got yourself a tasty snack lunch. And these are going to get fried off in that sausage grease once that pan is done. And here's the thing, folks. I've made this chili plenty of times, and most of the time when I make it the night before. Or I make it in the morning and then have it for dinner at night. It's a long distance sort of process, whereas this is going to be a short-term process, which is not usually my forte. Normally, I would just take all the raw veg and dump it in the tomato base, and then over the course of 6 to 8 hours, it would all get softened up and delicious. And the same goes to that kielbasa. I would straight up just put the kielbasa, like, it's already cooked. You could eat it as is. And I just throw that in without actually frying it off in oil. But I want everything to be hot and softened up and mixed together in such a fashion by the time this video ends, so I can taste it for you. So you can, like, see me actually eat food. I mean, you actually don't see me eat it. I eat it off camera typically. But regardless of that fact, moving on. Just chopping this meat up. Why does the lighting seem different on this video today? Hold on a second. Am I an idiot? Does that help? Oh, that was a big shadow. Alright, I can fix this. Why does it seem so bright? Oh, because the video stopped. Oh, did it? No, it's still going. Oh my god, what an ordeal. How do all these big leaguers do it? Well, for starters, they probably don't just have a crappy track phone propped up on a kitchen shelf. They have, like, cameras and editing equipment and a team. Oh well. Whoopsie. This is smelling awesome over here, folks. This sausage and veg mixture. I'm going to check my bacon here in the next couple of minutes. Like I said, with that bacon, you're going to want it to be more overcooked than undercooked. Because, I mean, nobody wants that big rubbery chunk of, like, bacon in a bite of chili. I mean, there's lots of things you want to bite to in chili. Like beans, for example. Fight me. Alright, this is looking good. I probably should have cooked them separately. The veggie and the sausage. It's a little tough to, I mean, in terms of overall it being doneness. Holy cow, this has only been half an hour. I'm sorry, folks. This is a long-ass video. Alright. We got a couple more minutes. We'll fry off our kielbasa. We'll pull and slice our bacon. We'll throw it in the pot. And that's pretty much done. So, what to do in that meantime? I'm going to grab myself a little plastic bag. Put my meat log away. It's going to be so good that you just split it down the middle and fry it up inside and out. In a pan with peppers and onions. Throw down an old hot dog bun or a little piece of bread. You are golden, my friend. Meat in the fridge. Alright, this has got to be done soon, right? I mean, honest to gosh. I moved the garbage can. How was it for content, folks? Riveting? Is you just like heart palpitating with excitement to see how this chili turns out? I sure hope so. Throw down in the comments like your recipes or complaints about my recipe or what have you. I don't know. Do something. Prove to me that you're out there, people, and not just alone in this crazy mixed up world. Alright. This looks pretty good. I'm going to taste a piece of this sausage. I don't even know how spicy it is. Mmm. That's good. Alright. I really want to make sure this meat is done. I think the bacon, it's going to be, if it's overdone, is better than underdone. Speaking of bacon, let's get that bacon out and look at it. Opening the oven. Looking inside. Wow. Alright. Take a little longer. It's a pretty thick cut bacon, so it might take longer than I normally would have expected. But what I might do is just rotate it, because the stuff on the outside is getting a little more cooked than the pieces on the inside of that metal rack. Our oven's not great, but I've spoken with the landlord, and we should be getting a new one soon, so who knows? Next video could have a shiny, fancy new stove. Alright folks, I'm going to take the lid off of our tomato mixture, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to add it to our tomato mixture. Oh yeah, oh boy. Wait till you see this, folks. As soon as I get this hot steaming metal slab out of my hands, I'm going to show you the wonder that is a vat of chili that's almost too full, and I hope it has room for the kielbasa and bacon. It should, right? It should? Alright. But first, look at all that meat. That's good. We're going to mix that in a second, though, because this pan's still hot. I feel the sausage grease. So we're going to throw in a bunch of meat circles. And for some reason, I decided to do this left-handed, and I'm a right-handed man. Although that's always been a goal. It's on the bucket list. That's being ambidextrous. It seems like it could come in handy in case like you just happen to not have an arm one day. It might be good to know how to do shit, especially like wiping yourself and what have you, or like signing your name. Oh man, that sizzle! You guys hear that sizzle? Probably sounds better than me yakking on about friggin' whatever the hell I have to say. Almost done here. A couple more meat slabs. Oh yeah. Oh. Probably should be like not be shoving my hands in a hot pan. I'm inspired by mythical chef Josh from whatever the hell that channel's called, Mythical Kitchen. That's right. He's definitely one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this. Is that dude is like hilarious and talented, and that whole team, V and Nicole and Trevor and that new gal Lily, I believe her name is, entertaining as all get out. If you get a chance, go to Mythical Kitchen on YouTube. It's an offshoot of A Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link, who you've probably heard of. They've been around. They're like one of the originators. They're up there with like Bo Burnham and John LaJoie in terms of like being with the internet forever. Video game nerd. Like those guys were all there since day one. Look at it. Doesn't that look just like glorious? We're just gonna barely have enough room for our meat circles and bacon slabs. Alright. Speaking of bacon, I might rotate that bacon around. The outside pieces on the tray, we're definitely getting more done. Let's see how this looks, shall we? Okay, he meat circles. Oh yeah, look at that. But this is like big slab in the middle. It's not getting as much heat love. So let's get him moved over here. I think the back gets hotter, so let's get that fat end at the back. Yeah, good cooked boy, you could stay there. I mean, other than that, that looks pretty good. Alright. And then we go to the meat circles. Look at that. Oh, that sizzle. Oh, man. Let's see. Guy in the middle should be the quickest. Starting to brown a little bit. But really, folks, we are on the home stretch. We just need to clean up our messes. Like, put this stuff here and avoid that knife. That knife is the super meaty knife, so that's going to stay there. I'm going to clean that first. A little bleach or something. What did I have this for? Oh, that was from the soda. Soda. Chili. Let's look at it.